Okay, I don't know where to start. Let's start on offense. I haven't changed too much back here. This is. I did have two new receivers though. First round pick here. Just look at the speed. That's pretty much why I picked him. I think the route running is going to be the thing I work on the most, but 97, 92, 92 for speed stats, 94 jumping, decent catching and spec catch and catching traffic, 83 release. Yeah, can't really make him taller though. That's about the only knock I have on him. But hey, I'll take it. So I traded Jarvis Landry over to the Chicago Blues for a linebacker. I'll get to him in a sec. So Kenny still stays in the slot, and now instead of like a route runner on the outside, we'll have a deep threat, and Parker will just be kind of like the balanced receiver. Still have this second round scrub from last year. Still Bryce Butler. You see him on the bottom on the right. Other guy, Eric Griffin, a wide receiver I got in the fourth round, just because I thought he was BPA at this point. Not really a burner, whatever, but he's got a lot more agility and acceleration. If we can bump that route running and catching traffic as back catches up, he'll be a great player. Like he's basically going to be our new Jarvis Landry if I can get that route running up because the agility is just freaking insane. The other thing is, obviously you don't notice at the draft, but that's not what I want. Crap. Well, basically, he's got superstar dev, whereas my first round rookie is normal. So I mean, I think I think my receiver core is pretty much set for the future. Obviously, Parker is going to be a big part of it if he can, develop more. He's a quick dev. Stills is still young, but I think he's going to end up being odd man out if I want to focus on just three. Going to O-line, I wasn't able to get a new left tackle. I drafted this guy, but he's like the seventh rounder or something, I think. He was like sixth or seventh, one of the later ones. I think he was sixth. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not expecting much from him. He doesn't have dev trades or anything. So that's gonna have to be something for next offseason, I guess. Uh, did have like before the draft, it looked like I was going to have um, Billy Turner at left guard and Mackenzie Bernadou at right. Now, he's at left. Carl Nick's at bench just because he got old. And then I ended up trading a couple picks next year for Ali Marpet. So now Turner's going to be my backup guard. I really need to actually take Nick's off of there. I'll do that in a sec. And second round pick, Jose Reed. Another, he's pretty good. He doesn't have the best strength, but I think strength might be the most overrated stat for offensive linemen this year. I watched videos where they tested all the offensive line stats, and the pass block and run blockades are really the most important ones, and he's got those, enough of them. I think the awareness just needs to come up so he doesn't, start whiffing on blitzes and crap. I don't know. He's got quick dev, so he'll be pretty good. I think once Bernadou starts really dropping off, I'll end up using him as my starter over anyone else. Pouncey's still good. Waiting for this guy really to develop. His confidence is just kind of stuck there. Really bad pass blocker, but we can work on that. He's got really good physicals, so I like what I'm seeing out of this guy. But anyway, he's not really focused on the video. I need another tight end. Bryce Butler does not need to be a third string. Only two more things to note at all on offense. David Fales signed him after the draft to be a third QB. And I drafted a running back in the seventh round, Benito Ferguson. He's not really a receiving threat at all, which is funny because his type's receiving back, but the catching and route running aren't there. I like him more as just kind of an all-around back. Pass block stats not on here, which is kind of weird, but I don't know. Let's see if I can get to that. Okay, yeah, not a good pass blocker, but he's got decent speed, decent strength. So if I can develop him, he can overtake one of these guys. Actually, I'm gonna bench Williams for Ajayi. I wasn't impressed with Williams. I've already played one preseason game. I did it right after the draft, which is why I didn't do this video yet. Anyways, on to defense. Defensive line looks a lot different because Cameron Wake retired. I didn't see any defensive ends in the draft I really liked. So I kind of kept the same group, Feed and Shelby. And Vernon, I'm moving over to the left end so he can be that pass rusher and take advantage of the right tackles. And I can use just Feed over here and being all big and stuff. So, more of like a run. I wouldn't say run stopping because block shedding's too low, but he's got good moves, so yeah. Sue and Mitchell stay as their starters, and I signed Pau Soliai, to be my backup, and he kind of looks lost and confused. Other one, I needed a fourth defensive end, so I signed Ryan Davis, who's going to be good in rotation. I'll probably try to move him in more often, just because he's, a good rusher, finesse moves are there. I know. Corner's going to look a little different. Grimes is, best overall, but the speed is just not there anymore. He's too old. I honestly thought he would retire before Cameron Wake did. So I'm going to have him play nickel corner because he's going to be more in zone and all that. And I'll have Denard and Butler on the outside. Butler's like the one free agent signing I actually got before the draft. So yeah, it's still kind of a weak position, but I wasn't able to do much about it in the draft because all the good corners were gone, and I needed a receiver first. McCain's still fourth, and I moved Walt Aikens back from free safety to corner. I drafted another one, but it was like 5th round, and he sucks, so he's not on the depth chart. Linebackers look a little bit different. Jenkins goes back to right side outside. And I got James Michael Johnson, the guy I got from the Jarvis Landry trade, on the other side. Eric Pinkins, this is the plan I had for him when I signed him last year, was to move him to free safety. And you see, the reason I did that is because Dalmas is getting kind of old. Already 30. So yeah, he didn't get a lot of picks last year. He was kind of a ball hawk. I think he had 6 our first season. But Pinkins, look at it. His confidence is crazy. Zone coverage is good. A lot faster, better tackler. I just need to start pumping in this awareness stat. And look at the discrepancy. 86 there, 58 here. All I have to do is just bump the awareness up so it doesn't do some stupid crap while I'm using a linebacker. Shot Jones is still there. Quentin Dempsey I kept on as good backup. Jordan Kovacs, I'm actually surprised he improved that much. I think he's like a 72. I haven't even checked his stats yet. Yeah, he still runs sport safety. He just doesn't have, he's got decent block shedding, but he doesn't have really any moves if I want to blitz him or whatever. He's too small to play linebacker, so I don't know. We'll keep him on the roster, though, because they don't really have anyone better. Yeah. Hi.
Your car inspection or registration's out the end of this month, too. Have you had it inspected lately?
No.
What time do you want to work?
6. Alright. So yeah. Punters and all that stay the same. Only difference is a lot of these guys I drafted are good return. Well, I say a lot. 2 of them are good returners. Griffin automatically slotted himself in as punt and kick returner. Just because, I don't know. And then Ferguson, the 7th round halfback I got, he's on the depth chart. I might move him over Williams just to see how he does. But yeah, so that's really the depth chart. I haven't changed too much else. The only real big changes I've had outside of obviously players is in scheme. Put the empty set stuff back in on my game. What am I talking about? I put it back into my game plan and all that. So yeah, this is just the roster. I need to go get that 3rd tight end. I don't know who I want to get though. I haven't really looked. I guess I'll go ahead and do that now. Because free agency is a free for all. I could actually get someone pretty decent out of this. I don't want like a receiving kind of tight end though, because hopefully the only time this guy sees the field is when I go jumbo sets, and at that point I really want him to be a run blocker more than anything. And even if I have like an injury to a tight end, holy crap, Garrett Graham's on here. But even if I do have an injury to one of my tight ends, be it I hope it's not Cameron because he's actually good and I need to get him more involved. But if one of them goes down, like I just won't use the 3 tight end sets, and if it's like for a long amount of time, then I'll just sign a receiver. So right now I'm just looking for a blocker like John Phillips or Craig Stevens. I don't want to pay $1 million for one of them though. Ew. But at the same time, I wonder if I can find like a spread blocker. No, I can't. Okay. So who do I want to get here? I might just go ahead and pick whoever's got the better run blocking stats out of these guys. I'm guessing it's gonna be I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his last name. Better awareness, a little speed's kind of a wash. Stronger, doesn't accelerate as much. He can catch it a little better if I need him to, but he can't run routes. That's interesting. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Blocking's a lot better for this dude. Michael Humanda. I know he's on the Patriots. I'm not even gonna bother trying to pronounce his name because I'd probably spend 5 minutes trying to do it. So he'll be that 3rd tight end we needed. Hurry up. There we go. Oh look, the confidence is already boosting him up. That's cool. I have no idea why this team is so damn confident. They've gone 9-7, or 8-8 first year, 9-7 second year. And the only guy who doesn't like that is the rookie. Wait, he's my 4th round pick, and all the middle linebackers I had on my board were kind of gone by the time I got to this guy. He's pretty shitty in zone coverage, which is kind of bad. He was a 3-4 guy. But yeah, because I think what happened was when it was 4th round, and I didn't really trade any picks or whatever, so I was picking at I think 17. Got to me, and I was just like, well, I got. Oh wait, no. 4th round was a. When did I draft him? He might have been my 3rd round pick actually. Yeah, okay. 18. 3rd 18. Yeah, I didn't want to go back to receiver that fast. All the corners I had on my board were gone, or at least the ones that were in the first 2 rounds. And like this guy was someone I was watching. I kind of told myself like if he slips to me in like 3 or 4, I'll go ahead and take him if there's something better. And that's kind of what happened. Turns out I was just kind of scouting the wrong guy. Now, let me go through here real quick. That receiver I have, Jamarcus Elliott. My receiving core could look a lot different right now if he had been taken first. What happened was there were 2 receivers I was really looking at in the first round, and I basically had a deal going with the Buccaneers that if both those guys are gone by the time I get to the 18th overall pick, then I'm gonna make a trade I'm gonna send that first pick for Dorial Green Beckham. What happened was I was thinking this guy would be gone first. Like I thought he was going to be picked well before me because of that speed. I thought Broncos or Falcons, who were in front of me, both teams needed a receiver. Falcons because aside Julio Jones, their receivers were crap, and Broncos because they traded Demaryius Thomas for Russell Wilson. So Falcons though took another receiver that I really liked. But this is another guy I thought was going to be gone top 10. Good catching, and I believe he was also stupid. No, he's not stupidly fast, but generating acceleration. He's even better than Julio. So yeah, that's pretty good. Like he's basically gonna be Julio 2.0, just a little lighter. But I think once you get the catching stats up, yeah. Then Broncos. I forgot who the Broncos picked. That's why I'm doing this right here. I don't think they actually took a receiver first. No, they didn't. Did they? No, they did. They took Demetric Tucker. He was the first round guy. I thought that he was actually gonna fall to me. I just didn't really want him because like he's a jump ball guy. He's not fast at all. So yeah, like I just didn't want a guy like that. I thought I could use Devontae Parker, or if I really needed to, I would just trade for Dorial Green-Beckham and he'd fill that role and be better. So this is the Broncos ones I actually thought would take. Actually, no. I didn't even check their depth chart. I just thought they traded out Demaryius Thomas. I thought they were going to try to replace him. They did, just not with the guy I thought they'd get. I thought they were going to go for Elliott. Now, the two receivers I was looking at were Jordan Scott and Kyler Gordon. Both guys, not really jump threat guys, 6'2". But what I loved about these guys is that even though the catching sets are like, okay, the agility is like 96, 95. Agility acceleration, 96, 95 for both. They're not fast, only 89, but I thought if I just pump up the route running a bit, like, they would be exactly what I wanted. Like, look at this, 97, 96. They would be exactly what I wanted Jarvis Landry to be. And I thought that these two guys were the ones I was looking at. These were the guys on the Dorial Green-Beckham deal. But they were both still on the board when I picked, and I ended up going with a guy I thought I wouldn't even have a shot at in Elliott. Because I really needed a fast receiver on this team. You look at the speed here. On my side, like, he's got decent catching too, so that helps. You go look at the speed though for my receivers. Parker and Stills are pretty fast receivers. But I don't have like anyone who can really take the top off of a defense. Like, Bryce Butler is kind of interesting to me, but I really want to get Eric Griffin involved more. Like, just the acceleration's crazy. Corey Mason's more of like a... He's not even like that strong. I don't know. I've seen him break a couple tackles after a catch, but he's kind of in bust status right now. So yeah. Let's see who I have to contend with. Bills. Bills didn't change up their receivers too much. No, okay. Bills decided, yeah, Javier Keith and J.J. Nelson out of the slot. Obviously, their two biggest weapons. But what they did, Justin Hunter got bumped all the way down to 5th string, and they moved Charles Clay to wide receiver. I don't know how I feel about this one. He's got great catching stats, already best hands on that team. But you can't jump like a tight end can. And he's so slow. Like, Hunter was basically their possession guy last year, where if you somehow managed to shut down Nelson and Keith, they would just, get 10 yards, 12 yards with Hunter on, just random routes. I don't know if Charles Clay can be that guy. If you're moving a tight end to receiver, he needs to be a lot faster than that, or he needs to be big jump ball specialist. But I don't see him really, like, he's not even really that strong. Hunter kind of has him beat there, too. Like, I don't know. I just see that, like, if you really wanted your possession receiver or whatever, he's got hands, but if you can get around him, yeah. I don't think he's going to be as good as advertised here. So, tight end, though, they go with, oh, man. They got Jimmy Redmond, I believe, first round star dev. Look at him. He's already 84 overall, better than the crap I'm trotting out at receiver, so... yeah. I'm not too worried about Buffalo's offense because I've already figured out how to shut their receivers down. And speed, if you can stop speed, you're good. It's pretty easy to stop. I mean, It's not like you have to go through too much complicated stuff. If you can stop it, you can. If you can't, you can't. Not much you can fix either way. At running back, though, he's got Nile Davis. He's got Kyrie Robinson. Davis, the only thing I'm really worried about with Davis is him breaking tackles on me. Because he can do it. I've seen him do it before. The trucking is insane for him, but Bills aren't really a team that's actually going to run the ball that much. Still got Ryan Griffin starting. I'm actually surprised that Taylor falling off as much as he did. I really thought Taylor was a better quarterback. He has, as far as throw power, is a lot better. Accuracy is pretty much a wash. Well, no, they beat up Griffin's deep ball. So he may have the edge now. But Taylor just brings so much more as a runner. And if her team lacking with running options, I mean, if you have a QB that can keep the ball and run, use him. Okay. Offensive line for them is pretty good. Cordy Glenn, still one of the best tackles in the game. Rookie guard, I don't know too much about him. I'd say second round or so. But yeah, they got Larry Warford, which pissed me off. I wanted him in free agency, and I got outbid by a division rival. That kind of sucks. But I got Malcolm Jenkins, so it's all good. But yeah, I think their line is okay. And they did pretty good in the draft, though. Another rookie starter in upper 70s. That's going to be a really tough 4-3 defense. Oh my god. It's pretty damn telling when the weak link in your front four is middle linebacker at 83 overall. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to play against them, but I still don't like what they're doing at corner. Milliner and Roby aren't enough, and they moved Adrian Amos to corner. Ew. I think he was a better safety, but I don't know how he was rated when we started this league. Eric Reed is an interesting signing. I think Corey Graham's getting too old, even though he had a really good season last year, and Reed's going to, I guess, be the replacement guy there. And safety is just weird. Like, Aaron Williams also had a really good year. It could just be him using safeties, really well. I don't remember if he used them or middle linebacker, but KO is also, they're both the same age. I don't know what their difference is in scheme, but you see the confidence overall. Kickers don't really matter. But look at this. This guy's got... I think I didn't cover him when I went through the halfbacks because he's like 55 overall, but yeah. He's got really ridiculous speed as a... Oh, God. I already know what he's going to do with this guy. The speed, the acceleration, yeah. No thank you. I want no part of that. Okay. I don't know if I really need to cover the Jets or anything like that. Yeah, I don't need to cover the Jets. Good God. I'm not going to talk about them, just... They took a receiver I wanted, but I got a better one anyway, so whatever. Jesus. I just hope their defense isn't good again. Oh, no, defense is still good. Okay, maybe not. Damn, they got two good rookies out of that. Okay. I have no idea who the hell that was. Good Lord, Revis got old. Still great coverage skills. Where's the speed, though? Speed's... Oh my god, their corners are so slow. Buster screens... They don't have any fast corners at all. I don't think I do either, but whatever. 84 and 80 on your starters outside is kind of bad. Yeah, okay. So keep away from Calvin Pryor and don't get sacked. You're good. Patriots, he's rookie QB, but he's okay. I don't remember what kind of season he had, but he's not like a threat. I don't think he's that mobile. Yeah. I'm not sure what the hell's going on here anymore. It's like they made a joke out of themselves. Look at this. No jump ball threats, no speed receivers or anything. Wait, maybe. I don't know who this guy is. I didn't scout him. No, God. Ew. No thank you. They still have a Gronk, so that sucks. But yeah. Outline's okay. Now I don't know if they run like a 3-4 or 4-3. If I had to guess, I would run a 3-4 with them, just so Hightower and Collins can be edge rushers. I'm pretty sure they do. I'm just not quite sure. And they took a corner I actually really wanted, Marcus Tarpley. Good coverage skills for a rookie. Really not a good tackler though. I don't think he's first on my charts. Where's the speed at? He's not the fastest ever, but I feel like he's fast enough to keep up with receivers that aren't like the Buffalo receivers, you know. I didn't really scout safeties because I already knew I was going to be moving Eric Pinkins from linebacker to safety, so yeah. Juan Gandhi. Yeah, okay. Fucking midget receivers and shit. I actually didn't. I followed those two receivers that I wanted. I didn't follow where the. Corners I wanted. Sean Williams. I knew he wasn't gonna be. Actually, I think he got picked second round, because I needed a receiver first. But a lot of these corners I was looking at were like the late first round guys, and Sean Williams one of them. But I didn't really expect him to get to me in the second, and he didn't. I actually think he got picked first round Raiders, like right after me. Or no, Raiders made playoffs. What am I talking about? Now Lewis, one of the best corners in the draft. I don't remember when they picked. I know they picked before me though. He was gone in first round pretty early. Not a lot of fast corners in this draft though. They were all kind of around 90, 91 speed. Jumping's going to be the same on a lot of them. Kevin Hale's another one I looked at. Better at man coverage because I kind of want to be playing more of that. Been playing a lot more zone than I would have liked. CJ Lewis, this was a good one. Fastest corner of the draft by far that I scouted. 95 speed. Decent coverage skills. Press probably needed some work, but I can work on that. That's not a big issue. And he was more of like a third round guy though. Nasty Gibson, I didn't scout him. I wasn't looking at him. Blah blah blah. Ew. Why is he your slot corner? Coverage skills are complete crap. I didn't scout this guy. He's not even that fast. Oh my god, this guy's retarded. I'm not sure what's going on here. He has to have Stardev or something. And even if he does, like, if you have Stardev on 56 overall, it's just gonna, ugh. No thanks. Another one, Marcus Vincent. He had like an 8.0 combine grade, something crazy like that. Great coverage skills. Not the best tackler, but none of them are. Come on. I have no idea what's going on with these guys when they're tackling, but rookies can't tackle. Yeah, not fast, but the coverage, I felt it more made up for it, which is why I had him on my list. Bills definitely didn't get one of them I liked. Yeah. Let's see. The Browns didn't take anyone else I gave a crap about. Jordan Parker, another great corner. This was the best one in the draft. And I hope he fell to me, but he went in the first, like, fast. Maybe best coverage skills out of any of the corners in the draft. And he's not, well, he's a complete scrub when tackling, but again, they all are. Pretty decent speed, a little bit better than all the others. Acceleration is a little low, though, so that's concerning. But yeah, he's also not retarded. Like, 61 awareness is, you know, not terrible. Let's see. I don't think I scouted this guy at all. Maybe. He turned out pretty well, but I know I didn't scout him. And yeah, my scrubs. Looks pretty bad. This is a rookie I ended up getting in like the 5th round. He's so goddamn terrible. The coverage skills are there at least. Zone coverage needs to be worked on, especially for my kind of defense, but man coverage is adequate, I guess. Still can't tackle. But this is the part that kind of sucks. He's so slow. And he's retarded. So yeah. That kind of sucks. So, yeah. Now, like, I played one game against a computer team. Went pretty well, though. This is just kind of a first look at what is all going on. Yeah, I threw picks with my backup QB, but that was really just because I got to the point where I was just bombing it deep to see which one of my receivers could, you know, make those plays. I didn't really care if I was picked off or not. I was kind of winning pretty badly, so yeah. Daniel, perfect day. Only 3 passes. Oh man, I forget which one it was. Like, no one ran the ball at all. Look at this. There's no running game to be found here. Williams, you saw me bench him earlier in the video. This is why he couldn't get anything going against backups. And really run it with Lacey, or anyone for that matter, just because I wanted to see like what everyone was going to be doing with my receiving game. I more or less know how my run game is going to go, so I didn't, yeah. Rookie receiver I didn't look at, yeah. Jamarcus Elliott, I played him a lot with the backups too, and good God, he's so the speed's real. Remember, there was one play. It was one of the play action shot plays. I had him in the slot, and I can't remember the name of the play, but it's one where he basically just runs in a diagonal line to the opposite post. Like, it's not an actual post. He just runs in a straight diagonal line. I threw it up because I saw cover 2, like right between the safety. He jumps up, both safeties go to him, and he just goes over them for a catch in double coverage. Pulls it down. Because he's got insane jumping ability, too. So yeah, he did have a pretty good game, though. I don't think he started. Lacey had this monster wheel route. I threw this. I remember it. Threw him a wheel route. Got one block, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and just kind of somehow put speed on and ran it all the way in for a touchdown. Let's see, not too much. Griffin basically turned into a possession receiver. His touchdown, I really liked it because I called a slant play with him. He was on the outside. And, you know, slant plays on goal line. All you're doing is reading linebacker. If they blitz, you throw. Well, they did. But since it was a backup QB, the throw was a little bit, like, low and all that. He just dove down and got it. Like, I didn't want to throw it low. I just wanted to put it in front of him because he'd be able to walk in. Corner he had about, but you didn't even need that kind of a window, though, because, like, he got 2 steps on a corner like immediately. It was insane. The agility helps him out a lot. Yeah, that's about it for receiving. Blocking. Yeah, there were actually a lot of sacks. I was surprised by that. Like, yeah, I got 2 sacks, one of them unblocked. So yeah. Tackles for loss. Pretty much a wash there. Intercept. A lot of interceptions, though. Jordan. Literally, the only reason I drafted him last year because of his name. He's not fast, and he's like a third stringer, but whatever. Aikens had his stupidly awesome pick. I believe this is second quarter, and their backup's like Jimmy Clausen, so you know it's gonna be fun for your defense. He throws into the flats, and Aikens just jumped it, caught it in stride, ran it back 94 yards. I don't think there's. Oh, I forced 2 fumbles. Okay, got one of them back. Yeah. Defense was just playing really, really well. There is. Where's my new safety? Eric Jenkins did pretty well. He's pretty good in the run game though. I'm not really gonna use a free safety to go down and make tackles for a loss or whatever. But like with 90 speed, I guess I was playing linebacker last year. I just need to buff his coverage up and his awareness, and he's gonna be amazing. I never even had to punt in this game though. That's the good part. Yeah. Snap counts are just low, but that's just a quarters thing, yeah. So that's pretty much a look at this, what's happened. As far as a preview, and what I'm expecting, I definitely want to be running the ball a lot more. I feel like I beefed my lineup a little bit with the Marbit trade. And, just look real quick. 86 run block. 90 run block. 90 run block, 87 run block, 90 run block. You can see where my line is going here. Last year, Eddie Lacy, he had decent stats. I just didn't give the ball to him enough. Like you'll see here, only 172 carries. 2015 was him with the Packers, and I believe he ran more of a committee thing. But like, the yards per carry is kind of in line with what he's been getting. But, like, if I just give him the ball more, like, this is his real-life stats with the Packers in, I believe, the 2014 season, like, right before this game came out. And you can see what he did. Pretty freaking good year. And he's still kind of playing at that same level. I just wasn't giving him the ball enough. Look at the yards per game. It's just, like, you look what he's doing in real life. In a committee, and as a lead back that got underused. The broken tackles were insane. Look at this. 112 carries, breaks 25 tackles. On average, it's about 1 every, 4.5. Here, 53 tackles on only 60 more attempts. So he's breaking a tackle. Math here real quick is about little over 3, about 3.4 or something like that. No fumbles. Almost over a third of his yards after the first hit, which is just insane. Broke off big runs too. He had an improvement over last year, but I mean, this year I really need to actually use him like a lead back again because he's good at it. You look at what he does in the receiving game though, and this is the most underrated part of his game. I used him as a receiver a lot last year, more than you've seen him doing. I can't talk. He was used more as a receiver last year than any other year in his career. More yards, more catches, more touchdowns. Every volume stat here is a career high for him. Because like I said earlier when I was going over that Giants game, just stuff like throw him a wheel route. He'll just break tackles and score. That's all you got to do. So, even though I didn't run him a lot, he's still got like 1,300, so a little under 1,300 yards of total offense. So yeah, if I like, he's other than a Sue, and Sue's a defensive tackle, so you're not going to see his stats that much. He's easily best player on offense. So I'm expecting a lot more success running the ball. As far as passing, though, it's going to look different as we develop rookie receivers, but I really want them to step into the role. Elliott's basically got his spot locked out as our deep threat. Eric Griffin, though, I want him to develop. Hopefully he can take over for Stills and be the slot guy. I want Parker to stick around, though, but if he doesn't really pan out, if he starts regressing, that's fine, too, because I can just keep Stills around, because Stills is only 25. He's still young. And then we can have maybe a look of Elliott and Stills on the outside with Griffin in the slot, or Griffin and Stills can kind of switch out those roles. Jordan Cameron needs to get involved more. Last year was just kind of dumb on offense for me. Look what happened here. This is when I really wanted to focus on throwing the ball. This is the year before we got Lacey, and I was just kind of running a basic stock offense. Kind of not really a lot different from what the Dolphins were doing. I think I was actually using their playbook. And if you see me play a lot of games, I do a lot of custom playbooks, more than this. This is the year I got Lacey. I tried to run spread. I tried to feature my receivers more, using Stills, Landry, Bryce Butler, Devontae Parker, and they were not the type of receivers you want to run spread with. As a result, I wasn't even throwing to Cameron that much, and the whole offense was just complete crap last year. That's why Lacey got underused, because I wanted to throw the ball, and I was just forcing passes. Why Tannehill started throwing more picks, so I need to get off of that. Go back to that first-year offense, but just start running the ball more. Because with Lacey and the run blocking the Soul Line has, it'll work. On defense, I think the pass rush is going to be a little bit worse, but I'm not too worried about that because it's never really been like the type of defense I play. I've always played just kind of like lockdown coverage and all that, which means I'm more worried about my corners. I mentioned it earlier. I don't know if Butler and Denard are going to be enough on the outside. I just wasn't able to get a good rookie corner to take over there. I got complete faith in Grimes as a nickel corner. I'm just not going to be running him in a lot of man sets. If I do, maybe I'll look at subbing him out for Bryce McCann or Akins. I don't know. Maybe I'll even put the rookie in because he's got decent zone man coverage and speed to go with it. But on the D-line, I mean, Vernon just moves to the other side, and I don't remember how many sacks he had last year. Not a lot. No, this is... yeah, he did pretty good. 6 sacks off the left side, and I think Wake last year led my team with like 8.5 from that spot. So Vernon's a little bit of a drop-off from him, but I kind of... hopefully I can get 7 to 8 sack a year out of Vernon on the right end, or the left end this year. Terrence Feed, I just hope he can, not be a liability. Doesn't look like he's going to be like that. He kind of, on plays where I subbed him in, he looked good enough. And then Shelby and Ryan Davis, I'm just going to be rotating them in. Defensive tackle hasn't changed that much. Solo guy is just going to basically be our new C.J. Wilson, the old guy we can pull off the bench for a snap or two. Linebacker, we know what Jenkins and Misi bring. James Michael Johnson is like Jelani Jenkins, but even better, I guess? I don't know. Balanced linebacker, though. He can blitz if I have to. That's what I like about him over Jenkins. Jenkins is a lot better in coverage. James Michael Johnson, probably a little bit better of a blitzer. Keep going back and forth so you need to trying to compare them. Yeah. A little bit faster, too. Pinkins, I want to get him in one of those 3 safety sets if I decide to run more of those. I really just need to see him develop and overtake Delmas. Like, right now you see he's really close, but it's more the confidence than anything. You can't count on that. So, yeah. And we already know what Jones does. He just needs to not tear his Achilles tendon again. That sucked last year. That's pretty much it, though. I'm hoping I can, win the division or whatever. That'd be cool. So, yeah.